I hope you all are doing well. We will look at integration, just have a quick review, and I'll also cover how to calculate area under the graph in this video as well. So there are some things that needs thorough discussion, and we weren't able to cover that in class, so I'll just do it here, and also so that you are all geared up and ready for constructive term 2. Okay, so the basic rules of integration is very simple. So we learned before integration, we learned differentiation. Just a heads up, differentiation starts with a D, not a B. Do not make this error like me. So we learned differentiation, and after covering integration, I said that differentiation and integration are basically opposites. Okay, they are opposites of each other. For example, if I have a function, let's say f of x is equal to 2x, and if I ask you to differentiate, which means find f dash of x or dy dx, provided if the function was given as y equals 2x, you will then say the derivative of 2x is 2. Okay, so if I then try to work out the integration, now let's take 2 from here. If I integrate a constant, I will simply have the function back, but with a plus c, that is called the constant of integration. Okay, so there you have it. It's basically opposite. Okay, so we can do a bunch of examples here. So if we have, for example, if I tell you to find the integral of x squared plus x cubed plus 4x and dx, we will integrate each of these terms separately with respect to x. The way we say this, the integrate x squared plus x cubed plus 4x with respect to x. Okay, there's a small error in my problem because the highest power should always be written first. Okay, so I'll just rewrite this. Let's say x cubed plus x squared plus 4x dx. So how do I integrate this? So integrating x cubed, so this will be plus 1 to the power, and so that is x to the power 4, and divided by the new power, which is 4. Same goes for this. You have plus 1 to the power, and then you divide by the new power, which is 3. So you have x cubed over 3 plus, same thing over here, there's a power of 1 here, so I'll plus 1 and I'll divide by the new power, which is 2. So in this case, this is going to be 4x squared over 2, and then all I have to do is just add a c here. I can also clean this up a bit, so this gives me I can also write this as 1 over 4 x to the power 4 plus 1 over 3 x to the power 3 plus 4 divided by 2 is just 2x squared plus c, and this is my final solution. In this case, I'm using values here, let's say 2 and 4, and let's use an easy example. Let's say x squared plus 3 dx. Okay, and I want to find the value of this integral. First thing I want to do is I want to first integrate this just like the previous example. So this will be x to the power of 3 divided by 3 plus 3x. Remember the derivative, sorry, not the derivative, the integral of a constant is with the x always. In this case, if the values are given, we won't need to put in a plus c, so we'll just from the lower limit of 2 to the upper limit of 4. So you can use if you want to make your work easier, you do the upper limit first and then solve the lower limit, and then you just simply minus those two. Okay, so this is one way to do it. So let's do upper first, which means in each of the values of x, so x cube over 3 plus 3x, I will put in my upper limit, which is 4. Okay, so that's going to be 4 cube over 3 plus 3 into 4. Okay, this comes out to be 33.33, and there's a continuation. You can always use the full fraction values as well. Okay, that is even better. Now the lower limit is 2, so I will put 2 in each of the function here, in each of the values of x, plus 3 into 2. So this comes out to be 8.67, and there's a continuation of 6. Okay, final answer of this will be my upper limit minus the lower limit. So the final answer would be the upper limit minus my lower limit, which is 33.33 minus 8.67, and that comes out to be 24.66 units. So you don't have to worry about that at the moment. So that should be a final answer. Straight to the point. First question, if anyone of you is about to ask, or even if you're just thinking about it, why use calculus? Why use integration? Why not just use normal algebra or arithmetic? Because in order to find the area under the curve, remember this is an irregular shape. This is not your regular square or a regular triangle. Okay, this is a curve. So in order to do that, we require a special set of skills, and that's where calculus helps us. However, you can find the area if you very precisely divide this graph into very small rectangles, very thin and very small rectangles. Then find the area of each rectangle. Add them all up, you will get your answer something closer to what calculus gives us. Okay, so there are possibilities. You can try it, but it makes your work much harder. So let's go straight into the point, right? So finding the area is basically integrating this function here, that is x cube dx. How do you integrate? Once again, plus 1 to the new power, plus 1 to the old power, which is 4, divided by the new power, which is 4. Now this is where the previous video helps us, or the previous example rather. So from 0 to 2, it goes from 0 to 2, so that means 0 is your lower limit, 2 is your upper limit. And to find area, it's always your upper minus lower. Okay, so that means in this function, I'll put in my upper limit, which is 2 to the power 4 over 4 minus 0 to the power of 4 over 4. And my solution comes down to 2 to the power 4 is, I think, 16 divided by 4, that gives 0. This gives me 4 unit squared. For example 2, solve the area of the shaded region, and the function is already given. Okay, so this is the function that is given here. So I'll go ahead straight away integrate this function, which is x cube minus 9x with respect to x from the limit 0 and 3. Okay, because the area is covered from here to here. Okay, so if I integrate this, I will get x to the power 4 divided by 4 minus 9x squared divided by 2 from 0 and After doing that, I will then remember my area will be from the upper limit minus the lower limit. Okay, so both of that will be with respect to the same function. Okay, so that means x to the power of 4 divided by 4, okay, minus 9x squared over 2, that's for the upper limit, minus the same thing for the lower limit. Right, so let's plug in the values. So here my upper limit is 3, so it's 3 to the power of 4 divided by 4 minus 9 into 3 squared divided by 2 minus lower limit, which is basically 0. So my entire value for this will be 0, so that will not be catered for, and the answer over here comes down to negative 20.25 unit squared. Why negative? Because if you look closely, this graph is below the x-axis, so it's in the negative region, but since its area, you won't write area as negative, so you'll just say 20.25. okay, now for your activity, you can all try this question over here for your activity, and then you could always message me and also comment your answers. I will verify your answers. Okay, you can try this one out. It's activity before school opens. So, and I'll see all of you in school. Have a blessed Saturday.